Hey guys, it's Zach again from Arise Physical Therapy, and today we're going to be looking at part 3 of our video series covering golf. This one is going to be geared with exercises towards the mobility aspect of things, which a lot of people don't like doing, and that's including myself. Now these are supposed to be done, I would definitely say in between gym sessions for sure, at the beginning of the day, and even sometimes at the end of the day. As we're going through work, we're sitting in different positions in the car, our bodies get tight. Then when we get out to the range, we notice that things aren't feeling great. We're trying to produce force and things aren't moving. So firstly, we're gonna be looking at the open book exercise. So I'm gonna be using foam roller again. Gonna have my leg propped up, bottom leg straight. Hands are gonna be together. Now, this whole leg, hips are gonna stay stationary. As I'm rotating through, I'm trying to reach with my upper back. And we're trying to disassociate upper body and lower body here. As I'm reaching through, I'm exhaling. And this is not an exercise like a deep stretch that we're really gonna force. We're gonna take what our body gives us, and for me it's right there, and keep the repetitions just nice and smooth. For this one, probably like 3 sets of 10. Nothing crazy. Again, just priming the body for movement and getting it out of just stiffness, priming it for the day as well. Next, we're gonna look at the hip airplane. Now, we're gonna use the rig here. You can use a pipe as a counterbalance or a broomstick or a door frame. Either or, the big thing is that it's gonna give you just a little bit of a balance point so that you're able to access the hip with rotation. So what do I mean by that? So we're gonna look to start on single leg, slight knee bend. We're gonna kick back like we're doing a single leg RDL and really sit back into that hip. So big key is when I start to rotate up, I'm squeezing glute for 3, 2, 1. And then I'm rotating back down and through the hip, and then back through. This one I'll do 3 sets of 5, just because the 3 to 5 second hold. And you're really trying to challenge this leg to control the movement of the hips and the upper body and challenge the stability of this glute. What a lot of people like to do at the bottom is that this leg will flare out. You're gonna lose ground contact, and then you're artificially producing that movement with the hip. You wanna be nice and stable. Another cue that I like to use is I think about trying to keep my head on a midline right down my body. So as I go to rotate, my head doesn't move, but being that my hips and my torso are, my head will move. Because again, some things that people like to do is they like to look up, and then you're losing that connection you're trying to build in that glute. Like I said, 3 sets of 5 repetitions with a 3 to 5 second hold. Lastly, now that we got the upper back mobile and we've got the hips nice and greased up, this last one is gonna be more of a static hold, counterbalance lunge, except we're gonna incorporate just a little bit of movement. So what do I mean by that? So this one is 26 pounds, nothing crazy. I wanna sit down into whatever a normal squat stance is for you. And now I'm just gonna rest here at the bottom. I'm gonna figure out what's tight as I rock back and forth side to side. And I'm even gonna change foot. So I'm not traditionally a narrow-footed squatter, but there's things that are tight. I'm feeling outside of hip, I'm feeling glute as I'm sitting down here. And as I get out even wider, now I start to feel all the muscles on the inside of the leg that are severely impacted from us sitting and being in a car. It's the adductors. They get super tight. They don't want the hips to move. And then we come back up. So for this one, 3 sets, 30 seconds to a minute. And that's gonna be based off tightness. There's gonna be days where you sit down into there where 30 seconds is gonna feel like a challenge. And there's gonna be days where you can sit down there for it feels like forever. Capping at about a minute, making it purposeful, feeling what's going on. And like I said, just incorporating these before you get going at work, when you get home at the end of a long day, even at the end of a round, because we're gonna have soreness, we're gonna be tight in various areas. This is a way we can use kind of like a diagnostic check to see where our body is. Thank you guys.